starting live now. Hi everyone, welcome to CBN. My name's Cameron and Sunny.
I'm from CBN, Sunny-san. Thank you.
And we got an amazing speaker. He just went on and talked in front of hundreds of people today at the Bitcoin and Blockchain Fair. And we're so lucky we got an opportunity to meet him and speak to him and share some of his amazing journey that's going through in this industry. So, Olli, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Cameron. It's nice to be here.
You're welcome. Now, before we go any further, tell us a bit about your background. How did you got to here at this stage?
Well, I've been working in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology since 2014. I was working in Beijing for a little bit, and then I went to launch a product in California. And I was there in not only the blockchain space, but also medical marijuana space. And then I moved back to Sydney about 6 months ago, and I've been working with a reverse incubator called Lakeba, based in Manly, Sydney. And what we do is we're reverse incubators. So what it means, we have people scouting the markets, listening to businesses, and see like what the pain points really are there and how we can solve them. And then we become with new technology that helps the people, the companies to streamline these problems and iron them. And we use a lot of the technology based on blockchain technology, and we do tokenization. We also do artificial intelligence programs, cybersecurity, and also, well, we tokenize electricity at the moment in New South Wales. We tokenize racehorses, we tokenize lithium, gold, silver, and we're also building a real estate island on the coast of Great Barrier Reef in Australia. So you don't have to have a lot of money to get into real estate business. So you can just buy a token, like 100 million of that particular property, and then have that as a investment-backed investment. So there's actually some assets. It's more tangible than if you go to say Bitcoin or Litecoin or other cryptocurrency that don't have that resource-backed assets there to, streamline a little bit like the volatility of it, and it's more exciting, and you can be part of things. And like how cool it is to say like, hey, I actually own some real estate and Great Barrier Reef, or I own a racehorse. So it's a pretty cool concept, and we also look into space technology as well. So
cool.
Yeah.
Sunny?
So what's your future plan for your career? You sound doing an amazing career right now.
I had a lot of experience, and I've been around. Like I'm originally from Finland, and then I moved to Australia, and then went to Asia and California, and I found my passion in helping people, helping companies to create new solutions, ideas, how to get new, exciting, innovative products out there, and just see a lot of the people start like getting it, that we're here to help, and we're here to make their lives easier and better, and it's just a joy to see people smile and they get excited about the ideas that we have and the solutions that we can provide.
So you touched base earlier, you're going to China, right?
Yes.
China is big, so I think it is, and I heard a lot of good news about that because they adapt to the cryptocurrency space pretty quick. So what do you think?
Look, China is an interesting one because there's so much ICOs happening there, but now the government has put a stop on that.
Yes.
And there was so much also, I hate to say that, but fraudulent activity there, and I was involved in one, and it was called EGD, and what they did, there was very complicated multi-level marketing scheme, and with loyalty bonus points, and they were gonna guarantee that your assets will triple every year. So when you start listening that when it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Yeah. So you have to be really careful when you go and invest in these ICOs and cryptocurrencies, and especially if they give you like 60% growth like straight away. So you want to see that it might be a little bit of iffy.
Unreal.
Yeah,
Not
a little
realistic,
bit.
is it?
But just like keep
Yeah.
it real. Do your due diligence. Make sure that the company is registered and there's also government authorities in there. And just don't hop on just any bandwagon out there. There's a lot of really good ICOs around the world, and usually only 91%. No, 91% fails, and 9% of them usually get some legs. So that's kind of my view of the Chinese ICO at the moment, and because it doesn't happen, and unfortunately a lot of people have been scammed in a lack of a better word, really.
Yeah. So Olli, tell me now, you're back in Australia, and you're actually one of the top public speaker here at the fair. When you're back in Australia, what do you see the trend here in Australia? What are the uptake like? I mean, it's more secure here in terms of regulation. It's real.
Yes, it is, and I'm so delighted to see how brave the Australian government has been, and very supportive of this new technology and embracing it.
There you go, guys.
And there's a lot of funding in there in Australia available for these new technology frontiers. And when you look at Europe, there's very leading countries like Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Estonia. And Estonia is really interesting because they have they put the whole public in blockchain, so they vote in blockchain for general elections.
That's
so
good.
they've been quite progressive with that. And Malta and Lithuania as well, they're fantastic. If you look at the more traditional economies in Central Europe and also parts in North America, there's a little bit of lack of adoption, and that's my point of view, is that there's, because the cryptocurrency, it was associated with stigma, with fraudulent activities, and it got a lot of bad publicity some years ago, and now they still remember that, and they'd be quite reluctant to hop on the bandwagon with blockchain. And whereas Australia, they just say, okay, that's done, great, wonderful, and now we look, they're more adaptable, and they are more innovative, and see outside the box what the benefits really are, and don't think about what happened in the past. But still, like I said before, you still have to be mindful of what's going on, because this technology has only been around 10 years, not even that. So we're all in a little bit of a learning curve here. So it's really exciting. I'm really, really happy to be part of this new momentum and this empowerment of blockchain technology and crypto. And I'm sure that it will probably take over fiat currencies in
no time.
Yeah.
In no time. So before we go any further, I know you're big experts in this area. Let me ask you, going back probably 10, 15 years ago, the time when Bitcoin was started, right? Yeah. When did you hear about it? When did you come across Bitcoin?
I heard about it, I think 2009, 2010.
Right. Yep.
And so pretty early on.
Wow.
And
one of the early adopters.
it was, I just heard it through a grapevine, and that was just after the GFC, where there was a lack of trust, and the people were hyping about it. Like, what is this? And a lot of different hackers, for instance, and people who appreciate the anonymity to trade goods and services, they hop on that bandwagon quite early. So they were the early adopters, and because the nature of anonymous transactions and be able to go under the radar, it got the bad reputation like such an early stage that kind of tarnished it a little bit. But now that we start to learn more about it, people are getting more acceptance. And like that's always
business.
And like we human beings, and we all have emotions that we don't really like change, and if we don't know something about any subject, we had reservations, and that's just a normal human instinct. And now that it's been nearly a decade that this technology has been prevailing, it's getting a lot of traction exponentially. You can see that trend that it's definitely here to stay.
Thanks, Olli. Anything to add before we go? Yep.
Yeah, before we go, we want to share your contact for your audience.
Yeah, how do they get that property in was it the Big Island?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How do you contact you?
That's in Great Barrier Reef, and you can contact us from Lakeba, LAKEBA.com.
Yep.
My name is Olli Pakkanen. It's OLLIPAAKKANEN, and I'm on LinkedIn. And please, I'm happy to consult you and wish you all the best.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Olli, for being on the show.
Thank you.
And and hope to see you back again shortly. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.